think. Yeah, so happy birthday to Half-Life 2. Yeah, so oh shit, fuck. Just a bit late, and yeah, let's start up the game. Nice new intro. Well, higher quality at least. By the way, I still have the chat box on the stream, and also it should fill Synflask enters it. Wait, what? Why am I getting? Oh yeah, yeah, I see. It's the achievements for. Oh shit! It's so loud. Why? Well, at least it's less loud for me. Is it for the stream? I can't fucking tell. Yeah, so the achievements I suppose are the ones from the episodes that are now combined into a single game. Yeah, so let's check the settings. Full screen, brightness. Let's lower it a bit. For the... Okay, reflector, high, very high, very high, good. Everything enabled. Classic effects, I've tested them. You see, this background wasn't this loud before, right? Don't remember it having so much sounds before. Yeah, so classic effects, I know that the fire is different, but I think there's the blood that is different, but I haven't seen the difference. I've tested the game on, with my father on another computer, so right now it's the first time I actually playing the anniversary. Yeah, apply, okay. Why is it so small now? Difficulty... Yeah, normal, it's fine. This... on my keyboard... Speed zoom, let's put... yeah, this button. This... There's again... Developer console, let's enable it. The audio, it's... oh yeah, why is it... Ah yeah, that's so much better. Ah, my ears. Sound quality high, captioning subtitles. Spoken language English. Ah, there's still the French, that's funny. This maybe whatever. Yeah, there was this thing too. I guess I don't need it. I don't know if I should play on normal, because I kinda just want to enjoy the commentaries. Yeah, whatever. I don't know if I will finish the game in one stream with the commentaries, but yeah. Let's do this and game, enable commentary. Start new game, continue, stop and start node, event, yep.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on the job. No one is more deserving.
Apparently, they changed something with the intro sequence. But before he had glowing eyes and now he doesn't.
Of a
It's kinda
rest,
sad.
and all the effort in the world would have gone to waste until. Well, let's just say your hour has come again. The right man in the room.
Yeah, I think it's this specular highlight that they've added that wasn't here before, but the eyes were glowing before and now is not.
Place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
I didn't see you get
Very
away.
low. E to interact, of course.
This is my third transfer this year. No matter how many times I've been relocated, I never get used to it.
Let me out! Ooh. Speech bubble.
Well,
It's through me.
end of the line.
I'm Gabe Newell, and welcome back to Half-Life 2. It's been a long 20 years since its release. In this anniversary update, we've tried to respond to as many of the community's requests as possible. And while this might not be the absolute #1 request from fans, I often hear how much people would like a commentary mode, so we're excited to finally make that happen. Not only was it a challenge to remember many of the details of Half-Life 2's development, but it's not easy to crack open decades-old computer code and wonder what the hell you were thinking way back then. Along with the dev commentary, we've cleaned up a bunch of old bugs and tried to leave things in better shape than we found them. And at least this time, we had the luxury of knowing how things turned out in the end. To listen to a commentary node, put your crosshair over the floating commentary symbol and press your use key. To stop a commentary node, put your crosshair over the rotating node and press the use key again. And please let me know what you think. You can reach me at gaben@valvesoftware.com. Thanks, and have fun.
Funny. Wait, crouch.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to City
So weird.
17.
When you jump here, it
You
automatically
have chosen
crouches.
or been chosen to relocate to one of our finest
guess.
remaining urban centers.
I fucking forgot about this.
I elected to establish my administration here in
Oh,
the city
shit.
so thoughtfully provided
Oh,
by our
fuck.
benefactors. I've been proud to call City 17 my home.
Fuck.
And so, whether you are here to stay or passing through on
I
your
wonder,
way to watch
should I
the film,
upload this little mod to the workshop?
it's safer.
Would be quite funny, but I don't know if I can. Shit, so yeah, hold on a fucking second. Okay, let's make a save here. Let's quit, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the files and remove the custom model. Wait, where the fuck is it? Okay, Half-Life 2 and guess it's in HL2. Custom. If I just rename it to something different, now it should work. Let's run the game again. FPS takes a little while to catch the software. Yeah, let's go back. What about the FOV? Am I? Yeah, it's a little bit low for me. Because I'm a real gamer. I have a high FOV or some shit. I guess we can't tell right now if it has worked. So
Physics objects. It might be hard to remember it now, but back when Half-Life 2 came out, small objects in games, like these bits of trash, were usually static. As in, they didn't really move, or if they did, it was in a very simple way. If you were lucky, they might break apart into some sprites if you hit them. One of the goals for this initial train station section was to really make it clear to players that these kinds of things were properly, physically, actually being simulated in Half-Life 2. They could be picked up, dropped, thrown, broken, moved by other forces, you name it. Here we're starting with just a small thing, showing that trash is being blown by the arrival of the train, or, more specifically, an invisible volume that's triggered by the player leaving the train.
To City 17. It's safer here.
yeah, you can break the cardboard box, but it's not that easy. So yeah.
Train station. The beginning of a Half-Life game has a big job to do. We have to introduce players to a new world while
Hold on, I have to up my sensitivity a bit.
teaching them how to interact with it. Players need to quickly grasp what's happening, who the key players are, what threats they face, and how they fit into it all. Above all else, it has to be as fun and interactive as possible. Nailing this takes a lot of iteration and playtesting, especially on the small moments that make up a bigger picture of the game. In this section, we'll highlight some key moments, game design problems, and a few playtests where things didn't quite go as planned.
Also, the fact that they use bicubic filtering for the light maps is very good. Not many games, maybe no games as far as I know, uses bicubic filtering. To explain in the lighting is a texture on the world, and so if you just apply the texture, it's a bunch of pixels, so it's a bunch of squares, and if you were to splat it on the environment like this, it would look like a bunch of squares all around the world. So to make it smooth, we do what is called filtering. Well, the most common one is bilinear filtering, which basically we interpret between the pixels. So it's smooth. So there's a bright pixel and then there's a dark pixel, and it's a linear interpolation between them. And it goes in both ways, so that's why it's called bilinear and linear because it's linear. But it makes it so if you have one bright pixel and everything else around it is dark, it makes some kind of star shape because it's because it's the way interpretation works in a way. So yeah, it's diagonal, it's interpreting with both the horizontal and vertical. And yes, and when you have a diagonal, you can still see the staircase. While it's softened, it's still a soft staircase, so it's very visible. And P-cubic is goes a bit further than just interpolating between 2 pixels. I think it takes 3 pixels to interpolate 1 or something. It's I don't remember exactly. I should do more research on this. I think I've tried to experiment it once, but because it's taking more pixels around the single pixels that has to be interpreted, it can make stuff smoother like this. So yeah, you literally can't see the staircase. It's not like it's very high resolution. You can see.
Welcome to City 17.
I think that, yeah, there is a light map on the train. I think I can disable it. If I go into video and shader detail, if I set it to high, now it's in there. Yes, you can see here now. See, it's sharper, but it's also, you can tell that there is pixels here and then here, here, goes like this. And on the train, you can also see a little bit.
And so, whether you are here to stay or
it's
through on your way to parts unknown.
Actually, behavior filtering is used everywhere in every video games, just for basic texture filtering. But P-cubic is useful for light maps because there are bigger textures on the screen, and that contains often a lot of sharp details, so that's why it's useful to have something that makes it a bit yeah, I don't know if I can see. Also, they've increased the resolution of the textures of the light maps. So before there wasn't, it wasn't as detailed, I think, the lighting, but it's not that big of a change. Can see a little bit the staircase, but not that much. Come on, surely there's a place. I found one. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna set this back to this.
My home. And so, whether you are here to stay or passing through on your way to parts unknown,
Welcome
to City
Metro Cop shoving citizens. We've only walked a few feet and we're already got problems to solve. We're introducing the Metro Cop, an enemy that eventually we're going to ask players to kill, and giving you a glimpse of the world they're stepping into. It's a simple, clear moment that shows the relationships between the Metro Cops and citizens, and by extension, the player. At the same time, we decided to reinforce the existence of the core physics simulation, showing the way in which NPCs can casually interact with objects in the world. Seeing something like a suitcase knock into another and dislodge was pretty novel back then. These moments at the train station, where we combined multiple goals, were the most successful. They felt natural, like the game wasn't pausing just to teach you a lesson.
one of our finest remaining urban centers. I thought so much of City 17 that I elected to establish
this one.
Sweeping Vortigaunt. Another key moment of storytelling, and another nod to the physics system. Here, we're showing how Vortigaunts fit into this new world, which is a big shift from their Half-Life 1 role as enemies. Like so many moments in Train Station, the Sweeping Vortigaunt came from our constant hunt for ways to show characters interacting naturally with the physics system. Why just tell players Vortigaunts are friendly now, when you can show one casually sweeping the floor and knocking around some simulated objects? Nothing signals, hey, don't shoot me this time around, like someone willing to tidy up.
Yeah. Yep.
Welcome.
Were you the only ones on that
Welcome
train?
to City 17.
Nope.
You have chosen
Citizens. When it came time to design the human citizens of City 17 and the world outside the city, We chose to include a variety of races, ages, and genders. This not only provided narrative context for the Combine's enslavement of all of humanity, but it was also important to us that anyone playing the game could see themselves represented in the Resistance, with everyone on Earth united against the Combine. While we found a number of candidates to use as reference in creating these citizens through our daily lives and connections, we ultimately resorted to advertising in the Seattle Times classifieds to reach the desired range of faces that we'd envisioned.
Stop that!
Welcome.
Maybe it would be easier to see here.
Natural storytelling. To achieve our world building and storytelling goals throughout the train station, we needed a natural way to deliver dialogue without it feeling too gamey or requiring tutorials. We noticed players often approached NPCs to get a closer look, so we turned that into an opportunity for the NPCs to acknowledge the player and deliver their lines. This kept interactions low-key, which was essential since the citizens aren't exactly too cheerful or lively. The simplicity of this approach also aligned with one of Half-Life's core storytelling goals, making the narrative responsive to the player's interest. Some players want to dig into every detail, while others just want to know what to do next. Giving players control over how much story they want to engage with, without it blocking progress, is a goal we always try to maintain in a Half-Life game. Plus, the less complicated a feature is to implement, the more of it we can include.
Welcome.
Oh, the
Welcome to
police.
City 17. You have chosen or been chosen to relocate to one of our finest remaining urban centers.
Well, I know where
I
it
thought
would
so
be.
much of City 17
Anyway,
that I elected to establish
next node
my
is
administration.
Dr. Breen
In
again?
the Citadel
I was
so
hoping I'd seen the last of him in City 14.
our benefit.
I wouldn't say that too
I've
loud.
been
This is
proud
his
to
base of
call City
operations.
17 my home.
Up here.
Early tech planning. Shipping a game always teaches us a lot. We finally get to find out which choices we made were good ones, and which were ones we should do differently next time. So after Half-Life 1, when we sat down to start thinking about what kind of sequel we could build, we had all kinds of player feedback to digest. From it, we tried to build a master list of things that Half-Life 2 was going to focus on. We didn't try to design a specific player experience. Instead, we found it more useful to approach the question from a technological standpoint. Black Mesa's security guards and scientists had worked well. What could we do if we pushed it really, really hard on characters? We liked our interactive storytelling. What could we build that would allow us to do even more of it, and a greater variety? The exploration and interaction with the Black Mesa was compelling to players. Maybe a physics system would allow us to take that further. In all these areas, we tried to imagine the best version of it could look like years in the future, and back solve from that a set of technological steps that might get us there.
Our benefactors. I've been proud to call
Storytelling. Creating a sense of immersion was a core principle in our approach to Half-Life 1's storytelling, and it led us to the self-imposed constraints of never, or at least very rarely, taking control away from the player and of keeping the player's avatar silent. These limitations made storytelling more challenging at times, but we felt it was important to stay with them for Half-Life 2. Our hope was that by maintaining these principles, we'd push ourselves to explore deeper, more interactive storytelling.
Ouch. Police brutality.
Welcome. Welcome to City 17.
Ouch.
You have chosen
Hey, you're
or
stuck
been
now.
chosen to relocate to one of our finest remaining urban centers. I thought so much of City
No.
17 that I elected to establish
Yeah, this
my
is
administration
ouch, fuck off.
in the citadel so thoughtfully provided by our benefactors.
This must be a mistake. I got a standard relocation coupon just like
Characters. In Half-Life 1, security guards and scientists could best be described as archetypes, not individuals. They were abstractions of characters that matched the visual fidelity we could achieve at the time. But as our technology improved with Half-Life 2, we saw an opportunity to move beyond abstractions. The increased visual fidelity of the character models, combined with improvements in animation, made us believe we could focus on creating individual characters, people you would actually care about. We allowed ourselves to write real dialogue and have characters deliver it in a way that felt realistic enough for players to not think about them as pawns in a video game, and hopefully propel our narrative forward. In 2001, a couple of years into development, we were energized by Japan Studios' Ico. Directed by an animator, it blew us away with its reliance on characters as the key connection to the player, giving us the courage to keep pushing forward.
About
that
the
beer I owed ya. It's me, Gordon. Barney from Black
Mesa.
Sorry for the scare. I had to put on a show for the cameras. I've been working undercover with civil protection. I can't take too long or they'll get suspicious. I'm way behind on my beating quota.
Yes, Barney, what is it? I'm in the middle of a critical test.
Sorry, Doc, but look who's here.
Great Scott! Gordon Freeman! I expected more warning.
Yeah, you and me both, Doc. He was about to board the express to Nova Prospect.
Well, Barney, what do you intend?
I'm thinking.
Alex is around here somewhere. She would have a better idea how to get him here.
Well, as long as he stays away from checkpoints, we should be okay. Listen, I gotta go, Doc. We're taking enough chances as it is.
Very well. And, Gordon, good to see you.
Okay, Gordon. You're gonna have to make your own way to Dr. Kleiner's lab. Oh, man, that's what I was afraid of. Get in here, Gordon, before you blow my cover.
Just show them a book.
Blocking tutorials. At times, we need to be certain the player has learned something, and the standard method, at least in game development, not in life, is to trap them behind a gate of some kind, where the player must demonstrate their knowledge to be able to continue. We try to disguise these gates as something natural, so it doesn't feel like the game has come to a halt. Of course, time, resources, or the environmental context itself can make that tricky. In this case, we needed to teach the players how to move objects, so a simple stacking puzzle seemed like the best solution. We tested more complex designs, but they ended up being less effective at teaching the actual thing we needed the player to learn.
Blocking tutorials 2. There are two failures of note in this tutorial. First, players can break it by tossing all the boxes out the window, which is obviously not great. This leaves them stuck and unable to continue, which we consider a game-stopping bug that must be fixed. A clean solution would have been to tweak the window or crate sizes so that the player could fit through but not the crates. The problem was that we really only caught this problem late in development, and making even a simple change like that can have unpredictable game-breaking consequences, and right before launch no less. Also, this issue was purely theoretical. We'd never actually seen players do it. Our playtests of the design space had gone smoothly, with players learning what they needed and moving on. So changing the room's design this late in the game could have disrupted that success in ways that we couldn't foresee, so we opted for a more conservative fix rather than something elegant. If you're curious, try tossing all the boxes out the window and see what happens.
Huh. Actually, never tested that. Hey. All. Okay, I see how it is. Gotcha.
Blocking tutorials 3. The second failure in this tutorial space is a case of misteaching, where we accidentally teach the player something we didn't intend. This can be hard to avoid without extensive playtesting, since the game is always teaching, even when it's not by design. We cover a more extreme example of this later in Train Station. Some cases of misteaching are critical to fix, like if the player learns the wrong way to use a weapon or interact with a common element of the game. But this one was more subtle. While teaching players to move objects, we also taught them to stack physics objects to escape a space. Normally that's fine, except we don't deploy that puzzle later in the game, and teaching something irrelevant just clutters up their mental toolkit and makes it harder to readily keep useful things in mind later on. Worse, stacking objects to escape the play space become a problem later on, something we had to actively prevent in multiple areas. With so many physics-based objects in the game, blocking this behavior without putting ceilings everywhere wasn't really an option. In the end, we hoped players wouldn't overthink this early lesson, and when playtests showed players getting stuck later on, we made sure not to remind them of it.
Okay, I see.
Fall damage. Teaching players how to do things is an essential thing for the game to do, but for them to make confident decisions, they also need to understand the more subtle rules. This small moment covers two of those. First, it shows how far the player can fall without taking damage. Second, it introduces a bit of the game's vocabulary, how the game will communicate with them. Players often worry about taking fall damage, but they also worry about taking a step that they can't take back. So here, a welcoming crate to land on signals that dropping down is safe and it's the way forward. And when the crate breaks, it reinforces the physics simulation, and is likely the first time players will see that larger objects can be broken apart.
Pick up that can. Contextualizing tutorials, creating a story scenario in which they happen, lets us do more than just stop the game to teach players something. We get to add narrative value to the moment. Here, teaching the player how to throw objects is combined with a narrative setup that gives them a choice in how to respond. After watching the Metro cops casually abuse citizens, it felt right to put the player in a similar position next. If they had opinions on how the citizens should have reacted, now they get to express them. Playtesting showed most players either complied or refused the request to pick up the can, but some tried to avoid the confrontation entirely. Others would comply initially, then retaliate after feeling humiliated. By keeping the moment relatively constrained, in both terms of player actions and the space itself, we could generally react appropriately to whatever choice they made.
I think I can show now the difference. Come on. That's actually be less. What if I set it to low? Yeah, just remove the reflections. Yep, nope, let's put it back to high. Very high. And yeah, just a bit later. Ouch. Ouch. Fucking asshole.
Instinct was our mother when we were an infant species. Instinct
maybe here? High. Play.
Kept us safe.
Okay, yeah, you can see it a bit here. I'm gonna keep it off until I see.
Playtesting. Playtesting is a core part of how we make games. We can never fully predict how players will respond or what they'll take away from what we've built. So we test to learn and hopefully improve. During a playtest, we don't guide or talk to the player, even if they're stuck, as it's extremely unlikely that we'll be sitting there next to the player once the game ships. Our goal is for testers to forget that they're playtesting altogether and play as if they're at home. Any interruptions risk skewing the data,
so we only step in if there's a bug that's blocking progress, or more rarely, if their behavior is so confusing that we need to understand what they're thinking.
Instinct tells us that the unknown
Yeah,
is
that's
a
how
threat rather than
playtesting
an
work.
opportunity. Instinct slyly
Usually.
and covertly compels us away from change and progress. Instinct, therefore, must be expunged. It must be
Early in a Half-Life game, one of our goals is to make promises to the player, giving them a sense of what to expect later on. From movies to TV shows and books, all great entertainment does this in some way, and video games are no different. The promises in a Half-Life game can take different forms. Some are simple, like offering just a glimpse of something intriguing. Others are more layered, like the interactions with Metro Cops. By putting the player in a powerless position against them, we set the stage for that future moment when they can finally get to retaliate.
And that day of transformation, I have it on good authority.
It is. Ooh, nice catch. It's not easy to carry objects around. Now here you can almost see the pixelated night maps.
The Citadel. We wanted the player's first view of City 17 to highlight the Citadel and its dominance over the city, representing the Combine's complete and total power over humanity. It also needed to serve as a clear goal. Even at the start, you can see where your journey ends. But despite its massive size, playtesters often missed it. A player's sense of depth and scale can be tricky on a computer monitor. If you've played any games in VR, you'll likely have noticed that scale feels more natural. Anyway, in this case, the Citadel's position above the player didn't help things either, which may be because FPS games train players to focus straight ahead or down at their feet. To improve the chances of players taking in the Citadel, we added birds flying towards the structure. A subtle trick we've found helps guide the player's view.
Should haven't even paid attention to that.
What gives them the right to make this kind of decision?
Ah, fuck off. The funny trick they use to blend the citadel and the sky is by just making it transparent. You can actually kinda see it because this piece is, well, because it's transparent, it's you can see the other bit behind. Oh, come on. And yeah, but it's a nice trick. It's
This simple fact has
and for the fog here, just a big brush with the texture of gradient, radial gradient.
For thought that runs direct opposition to our neural presets. I find it helpful at
yeah, I
times
don't
like
remember
this
how
to
it's
remind
called.
myself that our true enemy
This this thing in video games where you. It's a wow effect. Come out and you're like here and you're like wow. And this is kind of a wow effect in this game. Because look at this frame. You were always in kind of small environments, and then you go into this corridor, open the door. This framing that you have, well, you see this when you open the door, but then you go out and the environment opens to you, and you can see the tower, and there's the birds flying. Oh, there are plenty of nodes here.
Exploration. After being herded through the train station by Metro Cops, we wanted to give the player a chance to explore. This plaza offered several ways to interact with citizens, Metro Cops, scanners, and the city infrastructure. We aimed for these interactions to continue building the world without needing explicit tutorials, and we refined them until they worked naturally, without any real training.
And yeah, for the stellated light maps,
overpowering force. They have thrown a switch and exercised our demons in a
come
single
on.
stroke.
I think because he plays the original Sean, it's harder to spot.
They have turned our eyes toward the stars. Let me assure you that the suppressing field
But the
will be shut off on
imperfections.
the day that we have mastered ourselves. The day I have it on good account.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it. This one.
Ropes. One of the things we noticed in all of the reference images that we gathered for City 17 was that there were cables and wires everywhere, and that they were a large part of the high-frequency detail in view. We loved the look of these older European cities enmeshed in the haphazard web of modern life. We felt like we needed a solution for cables, ropes, and similar elements, and we wanted them to be dynamic. Our level designers were eager to create plug puzzles, and connecting a cord to each plug helped players better understand the mechanics. Early in production, we built a rope system and iterated on it throughout development. Under the hood, each rope is made of multiple segments stretched between the two endpoints, and they can move independently. Each segment acts like a spring and responds to forces in the game, such as a gentle wind or the passing of a Combine gunship overhead. When rendered, each segment is shown facing the camera and is bump mapped, which is crucial for giving the ropes a realistic, rounded appearance.
Yeah, it's close simulation before close simulation.
Playtesting Anecdote 1. One memorable playtest reminded us that we can never be certain what players are thinking or what lessons they've taken from their experience. This tester, after playing from the start and stuck trying to open a door, spent several minutes going back and forth between the game and the keyboard settings. When we asked what they were looking for, they said they were searching for the inventory controls, thinking they could use an item they'd picked up earlier to unlock the door. While we'd seen them collect and drop several physics objects, they'd misunderstood what was happening. The tester believed that pressing the use key while holding an object moved it into an inventory because the item dropped straight down. We knew it was just gravity, but their assumption wasn't crazy. Some adventure games of that era did slide items into an invisible inventory that way. We explained there was no inventory, and the playtest continued. Later, we considered whether we needed to address this, but since no other playtesters had the same confusion, and all of our potential solutions were more heavy-handed than necessary, we decided it was an outlier that was okay to remain unaddressed. It served as a good reminder, though, of how even the most subtle, overlooked details can mislead a player.
And started at the shadows that leapt upon the cavern's walls.
Yeah, that's
but inseparable from
funny.
instinct is its dark twin, superstition.
You would be thinking, well, yeah, this playtester is stupid, but
unreasoning impulses. And today
yes and no.
instinct has just become aware of its irrelevance.
Yeah, the assumption was correct
It will not
in a
go
sense.
down without a bloody fight. Instinct would inflict a fatal injury on our species. Instinct creates its
Strider. This simple moment is a promise that you'll encounter this enormous thing later in the game. Even an uncomplicated scene such as this really does require a lot of playtesting and iteration because of Half-Life's goal of not taking control away from the player. As you can imagine, it takes a lot of small tweaks to ensure that as many players as possible are looking at the right place at the right time here. The street layout and the Metrocop scene are all set to guide the player's gaze, perfectly framing the Strider when it appears.
Early game exploration. Up until this plaza, the player likely hasn't had to think much about their path, as it's been clear and straightforward. But here, we wanted to encourage exploration, which meant making the way forward less obvious, which can produce a feeling of being lost or, worse, confused, as you might expect. These kinds of shifts can be tough, especially early in the game, when the player is still learning the game's guidance cues. Here, it's further complicated by force-fielded checkpoints, which allow NPC citizens to move through, but restrict the player, leading many playtesters to believe that there was a way to bypass them. Ultimately, it was extensive testing that helped us find the right visibility for the alley forward, using lighting, layout, and a wooden crate, an object players have already used as a sign they're headed in the right direction, all to subtly guide them forward.
Yeah, not dumb. Not stupid at all. I'm gonna increase the mouse sensitivity again. Why do I feel like it's... Oh, come on. Why do I feel like it's not increasing? I guess it's better. Yeah, actually I think it's maybe too fast now. It's kinda weird. Without mouse movement over 2 frames, reverse mouse, raw input, read mouse movement directly from the device by passing control setting and... Oh, that's maybe better. I think it is better. Let's keep going forward. I don't think there's any other node. I'm just gonna... Come on. It's not easy to ADH.
The question touches on one of the basic biological impulses, with all its associated hopes and fears for the future of the species.
Yeah, mostly here because you don't have the script.
Some unspoken questions.
It would be funny if there was a reaction of the people when they are being flashed by the scanners. Fuck you! Wait, can I? Yes, I can land on the lamp. Again, the crate to make the landing easier.
Closed captions. During Half-Life 2 development, we were approached by folks interested in accessibility who encouraged us to go beyond the subtitle system we had built for Half-Life 1. They requested a full-featured closed captioning system to capture all game sounds, not just dialogue. This turned out to be a much tougher challenge than expected. Half-Life 2 produced a wide variety of sounds, and categorizing them for captions was crucial. Prioritization was also key. Dialogue needed to stand out, and it had to be clear who was speaking. Ambient sounds, like distant combat, were important for setting the mood in some levels, but less so if there was an enemy shooting nearby. Our level designers also often reuse sounds in different contexts, so sound might require captioning in one area, but not in another. Ultimately, every sound in the game ended up with its own caption data, formatted almost like a small version of HTML, giving us control over the visual style of each caption. As with the audio files, the caption data was too large to keep in memory, so we built an asynchronous caching system to handle it efficiently.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't enable the full caption with all the sounds and stuff. It's a bit annoying. I know if it's for accessibility, of course, but yeah, as someone that doesn't need it, it's annoying to see everything pop-ups and stuff.
That's how it always starts. First the building, then the whole block.
Physics simulation. Even though we began Half-Life 2 with a functional third-party physics simulation, it still took us years of additional work both on the simulation itself and its integration into the game until we felt like we could meet our designers' ambitions. Maintaining a shippable level of quality and performance was something we knew would be a challenge along the way, but the more subtle issue was actually figuring out what to simulate and to what extent. We can't simulate everything, and even if we could, there are game design reasons why the experience is better when we don't. In many cases, we deliberately bend the simulation to improve the player's experience. These adjustments usually go unnoticed because they align with player intentions. For example, we disable collisions between the player and large objects to let them turn in narrow spaces. Or we tweak the Combine rifle's alternate fire to gently guide the Combine ball toward enemies, making it more effective.
Ah. I was wondering if there was this thing when you actually shoot with here too. Balls.
Crate Baby. This small baby doll has a long legacy. During the long months of internal testing, some of the team turned it into a challenge, a way to make the 47th playthrough of a game a bit more fun. They'd place the doll inside of a nearby blue crate and see how far they could carry it throughout the game. After Half-Life 2 launched, the community started carrying Crate Baby as well, adding their own stories and rules to the mix. A few years later, while working on Episode 2, this was the inspiration for the Little Rocket Man achievement, where players had to carry a garden gnome dubbed Gnome Chomsky throughout the entire episode. Chomsky even made a comeback for Left 4 Dead 2 in the Garden Gnome achievement, where players had to carry him through the Dark Carnival campaign. These kind of interactions with players are some of the most rewarding parts of game development. We design games with theories in mind, but you never really know where things are going until players get their hands on it.
But there's no achievement for carrying the baby towards the game. The end. Oh, that's something I didn't get it yet. Anyway.
Physics Simulation 2. Areas where game design or other constraints impacted the physical simulation often required extra tuning to keep the simulation from blowing up. As an example, early on we experimented with increasing the simulation on the player entity, which is to say, make player movement much more a part of the physical simulation of the world. We knew this might make movement feel less precise, but hoped it could lead to some novel experiences. However, after tuning the movement to match the less simulated version, we hit a major problem. The physical force needed for the player to move at their usual speed was so high that simply running into other simulated objects could result in death from the impact. We iterated on it, but ultimately couldn't find a solution we liked and reverted to the less simulated movement. However, this wasn't exactly the easier path. It introduced new challenges with how the less simulated player interacted with the more simulated objects in the game. But it did allow us to deliver the precise movement experience we wanted.
Come on.
Playground. When we discussed ways to highlight our physics simulation around the city environment, a playground felt like the natural fit. And for players paying attention to Dr. Breen, it's also a reminder of the cost of humanity's surrender to the Combine. We chose a few playground structures with interesting physics potential and began tuning them. Even with the advanced physics simulation we had at the time, setups like this always required hand tuning, as we had fully simulated objects interacting with non- or partially simulated ones, such as the player or static world geometry. It might be easy to assume that a simulation can carry a lot of the load of implementation, but even now, 20 years later, that is rarely the case. Back when we were working on the playground, late in development on the game, we couldn't get the friction on the slide to feel right, so we decided to break the ladder so the player couldn't get up there. However, you still can just walk right up the front. As is commonly the case, you, the player, get the last laugh on us.
That's very funny. Of course, because you can't easily slide on it. I mean, they did make sliding material, so couldn't they use this? Like the mud material that is more slippery, the canals. Couldn't they use something like that to... I don't know. Anyway, nothing else around. Oh, fuck off. I didn't do anything, you fucking asshole. Here, get a crate. Here, get a fucking baby. Oh shit. Get in. Come on, dude. I think he's stuck. Boot. Boot. Ah, fuck. Ah, shit. Fucking. Fuck. Where did the boot go?
Materials and shaders. Half-Life 2 came out in the midst of a significant shift in 3D graphics, where the industry moved from textures to materials and shaders. In Half-Life 1, every surface had a texture, essentially an image wrapped onto the polygons of the surface. But by Half-Life 2, just 5 years later, every surface had both a material and a shader. The shader was a lump of code that customized how the surface was rendered. The material defined properties for how the surface behaved physically and how it responded to gameplay features. It also held references to textures and other parameters for the shader to use for rendering. As a result, artists and designers had much more control over how things looked and behaved. However, this came with a trade-off. Half-Life 1 could run on a computer with only a CPU, but Half-Life 2 required a GPU because the computations needed for materials and shaders were specifically designed for GPU hardware. The refracting glass door here is a clear example of a custom shader, but every surface in the scene is actually running a shader of some kind.
And I think if I do this, does it? Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, I thought it would disable the reflection, but it's always there. And yeah, this is some kind of pixelated. If I set it to very high, yeah, it's much smoother. Kind of have the cons of blowing it too much, but it's most of the lighting is kind of big and blotchy, so it doesn't do much. It looks fine. And this time you don't have the ugly staircase, so I'm gonna stop judging the shader setting. I don't remember if there was a shadow underneath the handrail before. Is that something that was added because of the increase in the resolution? Fuck off.
Cube maps. With the addition of materials and shaders, we needed a solution for reflective surfaces like glass and steel. These surfaces had to know what to reflect, but in 2003 we couldn't do any of that rendering in real time, so we developed the cube map system for pre-computed reflections. A cube map is a set of 6 images on the inside of a cube, capturing the environment in every direction, like a panoramic photo that surrounds you on all sides. Level designers placed invisible marker entities throughout the levels, and during map compilation, we generate a cube map at each marker. Then, during gameplay, when rendering a reflective surface, we locate the nearest pre-computed cube map to create the reflection.
Yeah, as you can see here, the small dot of reflection of light. That's the cube map. Which is funny because we are still using cube maps nowadays. But we've gone from just making the cube map around the camera of the player to making it more localized. And instead of having one cube map for one big area and then, as you can see, another one here. Then another for another big area, you can have plenty of cube maps in a scene, so that when whatever objects that are in the scene can have a reflection that is more accurate because it's closer to, I don't know, a window or something. You can see there's one here too. Why is there so much aliasing? That's weird. That's very weird. I think that's normal actually. Sadly, it's normal. And I'm not talking about normal maps. Yes, normal because I'm using MSAA, which works on the geometry. so the walls and the stuff is anti-aliased, but the textures such as the cutouts like this, and apparently the action, everything that is inside the geometry doesn't get anti-aliased. I don't know why it does look like this, but yeah. And yeah, works well enough.
Field of view. In Half-Life 1, we used a 90-degree field of view, or FOV, which was fairly standard for first-person shooters at the time. But during Half-Life 2's development, we grew unhappy with it. With our game's focus on characters, we'd put extensive effort into detailed facial and body animations. But the 90-degree FOV just didn't allow players to get close enough to fully appreciate that detail. So we began experimenting with a tighter FOV, and ultimately landed on 75 degrees. It took some adjustment for both us and players, and it required an additional FOV for view models, which are the player's weapon, held at the bottom of the screen. Their models were originally built with 90 degrees in mind, so they looked distorted at 75. But this change succeeded in doing what we wanted, putting our characters front and center in the game.
Yeah. Okay. What the fuck?
Oh, I thought you were a cop.
He's one of us.
Check this out later.
Reference maps. As our characters grew more lifelike between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2, we wanted the game world to feel equally realistic. In Half-Life 1, the limitations of first-person games often made it easier to lean on stylized or abstracted environments. But with Half-Life 2, we set out to create a setting that felt grounded in reality, which meant focusing on a lot of small details we hadn't before. One of our main steps was creating reference maps to standardize how we'd map real-world proportions into the game. These maps establish details like wall and door dimensions, doorknob heights, interior lighting, furniture scale, and the general scale of common objects. We created standardized textures for level designers, complete with scale and lighting values. The layouts would be consistent from the start. Besides setting up the physical world, these reference maps defined how the player would move through it, how high they could jump, how low they could duck, and the size of spaces like vents. Using these maps as foundation, we were able to keep our world geometry consistent and ensure realistically sized spaces across the game.
Yeah, that's what those orange textures that you haven't seen the source games are for. It's funny because games back in the day, before the 2000s, the 3D games were usually had very large objects and stuff.
Let me read a letter I recently received. Dear Dr. Green,
So yeah, and nowadays
seem fit to suppress our reproductive cycle. Sincerely, a
why
concerned
does this happen?
Thank you for writing. Concerned. Of
I
course,
think that's a
your question
shadow. Oh
touches
yeah,
on
I
one of
think
the
it
basic
is.
biological impulses, with all its associated hopes and fears for the future.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so nowadays we got used to making kind of more realistic proportions, but this door is big, and so is this door, and that's very common in Source, but in every games, unless it's a VR game. But yeah, there's this weird thing with proportions that I think hold on. Put this cinder block next to this guy. It's kinda big. This couch, like maybe this chair. Oh, those windows. It looks fine, but actually the proportions aren't.
Reference maps.
Oh shit. Aren't really accurate. That's the weird thing with the other games. We have to, because of the FOV, that we now have. It's much. Is it lower or higher? I don't remember. Than our real field of view. We don't really see stuff the same way.
Was that you knocking? I didn't even know we still had a door.
If you look at this box, I think everything is kind of tied to the size of the characters. But yeah, doors are really big. Just because it feels good to go through a door that is big like this. While if you make a small door that was more accurate, realistically proportionate, it would feel really tight and stuff. There's a whole topic, you can find YouTube videos about it.
I can't take it anymore.
What is this? Oh, I see it.
Missing material. Early on in developing our low-level graphics code, we realized it would be difficult to spot polygons that weren't rendering due to a missing texture. When this happened, you typically just see black where the polygon should be, which could easily go unnoticed in darker scenes. To catch this bug more reliably, we created an error texture that would be visually unmistakable and generated automatically whenever a texture failed to load. This gave rise to the now iconic purple and black checkerboard texture, which has since taken on a life of its own well beyond Half-Life 2.
You have it in Minecraft, for example. Unity has a purple, pink fuchsia material.
Watch it, will you?
When the shader is not working. It's not the missing texture, so but yeah. Yeah, Minecraft has a missing texture that looks like this. It's literally a reference of the source engine. And yeah. Direction? Come on, let me get my share. Come on, let me get... Dude! Come on. Did I miss anything? No, I don't think.
The raid. The section ahead, where the Metro Cops raid the apartment while the player is inside, took a lot of iteration to get right. Generally, we design Half-Life to let players set their own pace, since people move through the game in a variety of ways. Some players run, ignoring anything that doesn't seem like a threat, while others methodically poke at everything. So, whenever we need to force a specific pace, it's always a challenge to ensure players perceive that pace and naturally play along. Since this is the first time we do this, we had to put in a lot of work to make it clear to the player that they needed to move quickly, and there's no time for exploration here.
The Raid 2. In addition to making sure the player felt the pressure to move forward, we had to ensure the raid itself was foolproof. There couldn't be any way for the player to avoid it or double back past the Metro Cop. The real challenge wasn't that players would try to break the scene, but that many would panic and run in random directions once they realized they were under threat for the first time. This moment requires a delicate balance. We wanted a heart-pounding escape, the sense of real danger, but we wanted players to make it through on their first try and feel like they escaped by the skin of their teeth. To achieve this, we kept the path ahead clear and reminiscent to the one they had just taken through the previous floor. A series of carefully placed triggers controls the threats appearing ahead and behind, maintaining the pressure while still giving players enough time to stay ahead of their pursuers.
I don't think there will be any more comments during the raid.
Head for the roof! There's no time to lose!
Oh shit, you didn't block them.
All citizens in local residential blocks, show your inspection position.
Get in here, quick! Keep moving! Head for the roof! Keep going!
Health and no HUD.
The rooftop chase sequence posed a unique design challenge. We didn't want it to be a true gameplay obstacle, and our best case was for players to make it through on their first try. But we still wanted to create the sense of real danger, where players felt legitimately threatened if they didn't keep moving. The challenge was that without the HEV suit, players don't technically have a heads-up display or HUD, which means no way to show damage or remaining health. After some experimenting, we created a special health system for this section, using a red glow around the screen to indicate damage. Players reacted as we hoped, taking it as a sign to keep moving, and the chase unfolded as intended. To top it off, we made health regenerate quickly so the glow wouldn't linger, reinforcing to players that running was indeed the right choice, and ensuring players weren't taken down by a stray bullet at the end just because they dawdled or hesitated earlier on.
There isn't any other. What should be? Okay, I see.
Playtesting Anecdote 2. In the upcoming section, we needed the player to be knocked down so Alex could save them. With limited time and resources, we simplified the encounter as much as possible, reusing existing systems and letting it play out like a normal combat sequence, with a custom event triggered when the player died. After a few playtests to fine-tune the timing, we moved on. But as we got close to shipping, we encountered a problem with a playtester who quick-saved constantly and immediately hit quick-load whenever they thought they'd failed. When a Metro cop hit them, they quick-loaded before Alex could step in, repeating this more than 10 times before we asked them to stop. At this stage of development, in the final bug-fixing phase, we had to limit ourselves to fixing only game-breaking issues, since even small changes could risk breaking something more important. Knowing this was a rare edge case, because most players had no trouble, we made a few conservative changes. We shortened the delay between the knockdown and Alex's first line, and changed the fade-out color to white instead of black, which wasn't ultimately that useful since players hadn't died enough yet to associate black with death. We considered disabling quick load for the few seconds that the scene plays out, but we were worried that could introduce a bug where quick load became disabled permanently.
Hey. Wait, hold on. What does it say towards the end?
In the upcoming section, we needed the Playtesting Anecdote 2. In the upcoming section, we needed the player to be knocked down so Alex could save them. With limited time and resources, we simplified the encounter as much as possible.
Okay, I see.
Over here! Ha! No, you don't!
Dr. Freeman, I presume. I better hurry. The Combine can be slow to wake, but once they're up, you don't want to get in their way. Dr. Kleiner said you'd be coming this way.
Alex. Nailing Alex's design was a big challenge. We wanted the player to both respect and care for her. Saving Eli was a key player goal midway through the game, and we knew that getting players to care about that goal would be easier if they also cared about Alex and her relationship with her father. We intentionally designed, wrote dialogue, and cast a voice actor for Alex to be savvy, capable, and relatable within the Combine-controlled world, while also making her attractive and charismatic. We aimed to avoid the objectification, exaggeration, and hypersexuality that many games of the 2000s featured, as we felt that would undermine our goals for her character.
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of close to make it a bit like this.
This way, Gordon.
Good thing that they didn't. The first design of Alex were, closer. Can't really explain. Just
This way, Gordon.
this way.
I'm Alex Vance. My father worked with you back in Black Mesa. I'm sure you don't remember me, though. Man, a few words, aren't you?
NPCs on elevators. We often spend a significant amount of time solving problems that players might not even notice. Many of these are subtle design challenges, while others stem from multiple systems interacting with each other. For example, getting non-player characters to ride in elevators posed a complex problem because it involved various systems, NPC AI decision-making, navigation planning, and movement simulation, to name a few. Additionally, the elevator itself had its own simulation requirements unrelated to NPCs. One of the more subtle challenges came from the fact that we simulate NPCs at a slower rate than we simulate elevators. This meant that NPCs on a descending elevator would simulate to make sure they were properly standing on the elevator, and then the elevator would simulate a few times, each time moving further down the elevator shaft, subtly leaving the NPC behind. Shortly after that, the NPC would simulate a second time and pop itself down on the elevator floor once again. You can imagine that it was hard to take Alex seriously when she was constantly falling down in small increments while talking to you.
Interactive storytelling. When we started on Half-Life 2, storytelling in games was generally either high fidelity and linear or low fidelity and interactive. We knew players had seen high-quality storytelling in games, but they'd never been placed right in the middle of it, able to watch it unfold around them, interact with it, and examine any part closely. While that goal excited us, we didn't yet know how it would work or what kind of technology we'd need to make it happen. We had built a variety of storytelling technology in Half-Life 1, but it was mostly presented in front of the player and lacked the interactivity and fidelity we were aiming for. So Kleiner's Lab became the section of the game we used as a testbed to figure out how our interactive storytelling would actually function.
Hey.
Funny, you showing up on this day in particular.
Kleiner's Lab. Kleiner's Lab was the first piece of storytelling we worked on, and the one that took the longest to figure out. In addition to its role in launching the player into the game, it eventually became the unifying vision for the development team in terms of storytelling. As we began building our characters and narrative delivery around the player, many questions arose, all of which felt like major risks for the game. Would players be able to extract the important information from the scene? Could we get them to care about these characters? How would we support players with varying levels of investment in the story? How costly would it be to produce a scene like this? And how many more would we need? These and many more were questions we couldn't answer until we built enough of the scene and tested it with a lot of playtesters. Frustratingly, unlike many other problems we face, these weren't questions we could confidently answer until we had done significant work. We can often test gameplay ideas with low-fidelity prototypes, but if a player isn't invested in our storytelling when the characters are just gray blocks, how confident can we be that they'll care once the characters are fully realized?
Yeah.
Choreography. The system we built and iterated on to deliver Half-Life 2's storytelling was internally called Choreo, short for choreography. Early on, we found it useful to imagine we were writing a play where one of the actors didn't know the script. We needed a system that could control all the other actors, moving them around the stage, delivering their performances and speaking their lines. To handle this, the other actors would need to seamlessly mix our directorial commands with dynamic responses to the player's position and behavior. Timing was clearly going to be a major challenge, as any part of the scene might need to lengthen, contract, or even pause, depending on what the player was doing.
FacePoser. The primary tool we built to power the Choreo system was called FacePoser, an inaccurately named program that allowed our animators to lay out the entire structure of our scenes along a timeline. The timeline contained a series of Choreo commands for the actors, along with all the necessary information for them to perform those commands. By layering these commands on the timeline, animators could easily describe how an actor might need to face one thing while talking towards another and walk to a different location, all at the same time. But the timeline wasn't a fixed linear sequence. Actors would follow their commands, but they had to respond dynamically to the world around them. An actor might take longer to move to a location if the player is in the way, or they might need to wait to deliver a line because another actor has been delayed by the player. FacePoser allowed us to rapidly iterate on scenes, trying different layouts, dialogue deliveries, and timings. This ability to quickly experiment and adjust proved critical in finding the right performances to achieve our character and narrative goals.
Okay. I do this few last loads. Oh, very few.
Where did she get to?
And
Lamar,
let's
come out
stop
of
the
there.
commentary because
Oh, hello, Alex. Well,
yeah, it's
almost all right.
slow.
Lamar has gotten out of her crate again.
Lab interactivity. In our choreo scenes, we have the player trapped for a bit, allowing us to focus on the characters and narrative. To accommodate different players, some deeply invested in the story, others unable to stand still for more than a second, we felt like we needed a constant stream of interesting details on screen. We scattered narrative elements throughout the environment, ensuring some were interactive, essentially toys for the player to tinker with. In some cases, we embedded further storytelling into these, like the cactus mini-teleporter hinting at the upcoming teleporter failure. It was a delicate balance. Too much visual interest could distract players from the core of the scene. Ultimately, Kleiner's lab played it safe with interactivity, as it was the first major choreo scene. Later, in Eli's lab, we explored it more deeply, ensuring the characters themselves paid attention to what the players were tinkering with.
With a double transmission. You mean it's working? For real this time? Because I still have nightmares about that cat. No, there's nothing to be nervous
What
about.
cat?
We've made major strides since then. Major strides.
What cat?
Doc, since he's not taking the streets, you might as well get him out of his civvies. What? Oh dear, you're right. I almost forgot. Barney, I'll give you the honor. I've got to get back on my shift, but okay.
Delivery. It took a lot of iteration and playtesting to strike the right balance of information and emotional connection in our major choreo scenes. Each scene had a lot of information we needed to convey to the player, but we couldn't just have characters spouting exposition. Players would start thinking of them more as signposts than as people. We needed to take the time to let the characters interact with each other, allowing the player to observe the relationships. At the same time, we had to expand upon the world, giving the player a sense of everything that had happened while they were gone. All this had to be done carefully, without taking too long. We wanted the game to work for players who were less invested in the narrative. Animation became a powerful tool in communicating the emotional connections between characters, often conveying the depth of a moment quickly without overstating it. Humor was another commonly used tool, helping to puncture a setup and disarm the player when things got a bit too heavy.
Choreo commands. This debug visualization shows the two most common choreo commands actors receive throughout a scene, internally known as look-ats and move-tos. Actors are given targets to look at, sometimes more than one at a time, and then try to focus on the one that makes the most sense given their current state. At the same time, they might be receiving move-to commands, which tell them to move to a location and face a specific direction or object. Even these seemingly simple commands involved a lot of complexity. A scene might require an actor to talk while typing on a keyboard, all while looking at an object the player is holding. Since we couldn't predict where the player would be during playback, authoring scenes like this required us to break each element of the scene into separate pieces and layers. These could then be reassembled as needed during playback, based on the player's actions and interrupted if necessary.
Okay.
Writing. In the Half-Life 1 era, player goals in FPS games were still largely about fighting and defeating an obviously evil enemy. It was hard to get players to care about characters when they were as low fidelity as they were in Half-Life 1. With the planned improvements in character fidelity for Half-Life 2, we wanted to take a shot at making characters the driving force of the narrative. Our goal was for the player's motivations to align with those of our characters, for the player to care about these people, their hopes and fears, and to want them to succeed. With this in mind, we were able to assemble our approach to character and dialogue. We would create a set of characters who liked and cared about each other, hoping that the player would feel the same. These characters would interact in a way that felt inclusive, like a group of old friends who see the player as one of them, just someone who's been away for a while. The characters demonstrated realistic emotional connections with each other. We believed we could build an emotional connection with the player as well.
Well, Gordon, go ahead. Slip into your suit now.
Voice actors. To create more responsive and multidimensional characters in Half-Life 2, we needed to evolve our approach to working with voice actors. While running through a script with a modicum of direction was sufficient for much of the NPC dialogue for Half-Life 1, for Half-Life 2 we decided to give the actors more of an opportunity to be involved in helping to define the characters and bring them to life. We provided much more story context to the actors, showing them the game world, the environments their characters inhabited, and the other characters they interacted with. We sought actors who could take all that information and synthesize it into their performances to elevate their characters beyond what we had imagined. We held multiple sessions with the main actors, allowing them to digest and build upon their characters over time. For scenes where characters are interacting with each other, we'd often cue an actor with performances from other actors in the scene to create a better sense of connection and flow. Though we'd arrive at the studio with a script and a plan for the recording session, we made sure that the actors felt empowered and had the space to bring their own ideas to the character and performances. Having animators attend the voiceover sessions also proved critical, as they were responsible for stitching the characters' dialogue together with physical actions and expressions to form the resulting choreo scene. Often, animators found that their plans for how a scene would play out evolved quite a bit after working with the voice actor. Archetypes. We wanted to create narrative links between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 through our characters. Our idea was to design individuals who felt like representations of Half-Life 1's archetypes, so that players might find them familiar, almost as though they'd met them in Half-Life 1 at some point that they couldn't quite remember. We based Dr. Kleiner on the scientist model we felt was the most iconic, and his personality was largely shaped by Hal Robbins, whose voice and performances had defined the Half-Life 1 scientists. One day, when we were in the thick of trying to figure out this character, Dr. Kleiner's face came into focus, as we happened to share an elevator with an accountant from an office on another floor of our building, and looking at him, it was clear that this is Dr. Kleiner's face. Luckily, he was receptive when we asked if we could photograph him for a video game character.
That's quite funny.
Character reactions. Figuring out what characters should react to and how was an ongoing challenge. At the core, we always want the game to respond to player input. However, any response from the game can be seen as a reward by the player. So, what characters react to and what they ignore teaches the player about the kind of input the game expects. As a result, we made sure to respond to things we wanted more of, like players tinkering with devices in the lab, and ignored behaviors we wanted less of, like players repeatedly slapping Kleiner in the face with a box over and over again. Seriously, we watched a playtester do it for 5 minutes straight.
They don't even do anything.
Tone. Setting the right tone for our characters and their dialogue was critical. We aimed for a respectful, almost pleasant style of interaction with the player, while avoiding anything that felt too subservient. This balance was especially tricky with Alex, who needed to support the player without compromising the strength of her character, something we felt was crucial for players to respect her. Her relationship with Eli was a core driver of the player's motivations, so it was important that players liked her and wanted to help her. We also wanted to contrast the warmth and camaraderie between the player's allies against the hostilities of Breen and the Combine, inspiring a sense of righteous indignation in the players for the battles ahead.
Let's get a move on.
Yeah.
Animation. Constructing believable human motion for our characters out of many discrete layers of animation required a lot of technological iteration. Even simple actions like turning to look at something or walking to a location became more complex when combined with the need to dynamically respond to the player and the requirements of choreo commands. For example, turning to look at something had to be fully decomposed, allowing a character to use any combination of its eyes, head, shoulders, upper torso, or full body to face a target. In Half-Life 1, human characters had their bodies separated into upper and lower halves, allowing them to walk in one direction while facing another. However, this approach was too abstract for Half-Life 2's characters. Instead, our animators created walking animations in all 8 directions of the compass, which could then be smoothly blended together at runtime.
Let's put on the
Gordon,
suit.
the longer you delay, the greater the danger to us all. Well, Gordon, I see your HEV suit still fits you like a glove. At least the glove parts do. I've made a few modifications, but I'll just acquaint you with the essentials. Now, let's see.
Stuff like this, like picking a
The Mark V Hazardous Environment suit has been redesigned for comfort and utility.
Doing
Oh
like
dear.
this.
Doc, we don't have time for this. At least get that suit juiced up, Gordon.
Good idea. There's a charger on the wall. I've modified your suit to draw power from Combine energy outlets, which are plentiful wherever they patrol.
Meanwhile, let's get this show on the road.
Monitors. We use monitors a lot for storytelling in Half-Life 2 in the episodes, so much so that we even make fun of ourselves for it. The problem is they're just too damn useful. They're fantastic for expanding the world by showing events happening elsewhere, and they provide an easy way to have characters talk without needing to explain how they all got to the player's location. Anyone who's ever written any kind of story, especially one with an ensemble cast, understands the unique frustration of trying to create natural reasons for all of your characters to come together in the same place. In this case, we were really happy with how the monitor allowed Alex to teleport away and then quickly appear in Eli's lab, making everything feel real and connected.
Alex's kiss. It's a small moment, but Alex's kiss on Eli's cheek was important. Eventually, we're going to ask the player to save Eli, and we want them to care about him. To build that emotional connection, we needed to show the warmth and affection between Alex and Eli. We didn't want to oversell it with dialogue or make it too big of an event. It had to feel genuine, not performative. And we were able to iterate on the subtleties of this moment until it struck just the right note.
Mind plugging us in? It's right
Scene interactivity. At certain points in our choreo scenes, we require the player to take action. Beyond simply giving them something to do and keeping them engaged, these moments served a few key purposes. First, they allowed the player to catch up, even if they'd been distracted by something else in the environment. The scene could safely pause until the player completed the task, ensuring they were back and paying attention. At the same time, it let us position the player where we needed them, which was useful for framing the scene and making sure they saw something important. In some cases, we got double value out of these moments by using them to train the player. Here, they're learning to interact with plugs and sockets, a skill they'll need for puzzles later in the game.
Excellent.
You gonna let Gordon throw the switch?
Gordon, go right ahead. Very good. Final sequence. Commencing now.
I can't look.
Okay.
Well, did it work?
See for yourself.
Hey, Doc.
Thank goodness. My relief is almost palpable.
Fantastic work, Izzy.
Well, I can't take all the credit. Dr. Freeman proved an able assistant.
Let's go ahead and bring Gordon through now.
Right you are. Speak to you again in a few moments.
Good job, Gordon. Throwing that switch and all. I can see your MIT education really pays for itself.
I think I stop here for I watch the other commentaries by myself. Yeah, I wanted to play some Half-Life 2, but yeah. The commentaries are a bit too... Did I save? I saved
Right,
it. My
Bart.
turn. Yep. What can I do? Lost Coast. It's kinda nice, but it's very short. What about the workshop? What do we have in the workshop? Ah, the stream doesn't show. It's a Resident Evil 2 source. And said blood textures, young life photos. Go fuck yourself, human intro. About remaster. There are a few campaigns. Oh, a few by a few I mean 375. Damn, it's been like 2 days and there are already so many stuff uploaded to the workshop. And there's stuff that I wonder if it's the original authors that uploaded it or not. Like year-long alarm, research and development. I don't know stuff. The Stanley Parable. The same person. Yeah, no, definitely someone that uploaded the. Yeah, it's a report that fixes multiple issues. Okay. What can I do? Great Escape. Freeman and Bob, Nightmare House. Police. Too many crates. That seems funny, too many crates. Yeah, there are quite a few. Yeah, Jolly's Hardcore Mod. Nope, not gonna play this. Yeah, quite a few campaigns that seems quite interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna play them on stream or not. Could be nice. If only I had more people watching my streams. I guess. There's been also a lot of Half-Life streams recently. Between Half-Life, Project Borealis, and now Half-Life 2, and then my first Half-Life 2 streams. Yeah. Yep. You know what? Let's play Too Many Crates. Where was it? Here. Too Many Crates. Okay.
Kenneth, this warehouse has become dangerously overrun with crates. And since you are the only person who owns a crowbar, it is up to you to destroy as many crates as you can before they spread and infect the whole city with crates. Good luck.
Okay. Tank. Fucking tanks. Anyway, let's break those crates.
Well done, brother.
Great freaking virgin. Huh. Wow, why are the shadows so blue? The fuck? It's normal. Can I take an object? It outside? Yeah, why is it so... Oh. Oh. Does it restart or... Okay. Okay, let's fuck those crates up.
Dangerously overrun with crates. And since you are the only person who owns a crowbar, it's up to you to destroy as many
Yeah,
crates as
just
you can.
break the crates.
Well done, brother. Good luck.
Okay, there's definitely a bug because there's no more thing showing up on screen. That's weird. Back. Workshop. Too many crates. Does it work now? Do we have to restart the game? I'm gonna restream the rename the stream. Oh god. Restream the name, yes, of course.
Cannon, this warehouse has become dangerously overrun with crates. Well done, brother. Person who owns a crowbar.
No,
It's up to
no,
you to
no
destroy as many
text.
crates as you can before they spread and infect the whole city with crates. Good luck.
No text at all. Okay, let's see. If I do this and then this and then Also, I'm trying to make some kind of mod in quotes for Half-Life 2. They call Half-Life 2 Winter. It's basically it's just Half-Life 2, but it's winter, so it's all snowy and stuff. And oh no, shit! I launched Lost Coast. That's not what I wanted. So yeah, my plan was to just decompile every maps and put some snow into them, making a winter atmosphere.
This warehouse has become dangerously overrun with crates.
But
And since you are the only person who
I've
owns a crowbar,
encountered a
it's up to
small
you to destroy as
problem.
many crates as you can before they spread
It's
and infect the whole
fucking
city with crates.
shaders.
Good luck.
I want a shader that makes a snow coverage. I know how to do it. It's really simple. But how the fuck do I do it in the source fucking engine? If there's someone that has a solution to that, I really need help with this, because I think what I've understood
Well
is
done, brother.
that you have to recompile the source engine. You can't just add the shader into the main game, or I don't know. I don't understand. I just want this small shader because there are many elements in the environment that are props, but I don't want to. It's like the rocks in the coast, on the coast. The rocks are just using the basic texture of the environment, and I can't change the texture like that. I can't make it snowy like that, and that's why I wanted to make some kind of other materials that I could put some flag, so I could use it on every object and put a flag that says make it snow covered or not. And I don't know, maybe it would have worked. I don't know how I would do after that, but if I could at least do something like this. but yeah, because those rocks are kinda hard. There are many objects that I don't know, the trash can. If I could make another model with snow on top and stuff, or maybe change the texture a bit to have some snow. But yeah, the rocks are using the warm materials or warm texture, I don't know, which are the same texture used in the brushes, and I can't change the texture of the brushes, I can't change it on the prop, not exactly. It's kind of annoying, so that's why I wanted to make a snow coverage, so it's still the same object, but with snow top, with normals. And that's why I need a custom shader for that. And how do I add a custom shader in the source engine? And that is my problem. What I would like to fix. If I could fix this problem, there wouldn't be any problem. What am I saying? Yeah, I could make my mod and upload it, and I think it would look really nice, because I think Half-Life 2 happens enough in at fall, in the autumn, close to winter. It seems very cold, and I think if it was winter, it would look really nice, and I really want to try this. Crates. Lol. That's funny. Wait. Huh. Huh. Wait. Okay. So wait. Okay. Work. We have to Come on. Oh shit. Here. Okay. Okay. think I'm gonna explore first, because it seems that there are quite a few things that require that you don't break it yet. Okay. Yeah. Toilets. The blue crate. I also wanted to make my own remaster of Half-Life 2, where I just remaster the props and stuff. I'm trying to keep it as close to the original stuff as well. But yeah, and for this I wanted to have a PBR, of course, because kind of works the best if I want to make a remaster, but adding PBR to Source Engine also requires that you recompile the engine, I think, and adding on top of this Projected QMaps, I think it's called. Yeah. And I'm not a big programmer guy, just I know programming, but I'm not an expert on it. And, yeah, working with the Source Engine seems to be a big mess. Great. Okay. 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 Guess I just go in one of those. It's full of red crates.
Sorry about that, Kenneth. We knocked out the power while we were trying to access the PA system. We have received intel that some of the crates in this building are filled with explosives. If you hit these crates with your crowbar, you will certainly die. Remember, red crates will explode if you damage them. Guys, get this power back on.
Okay, I see. Of course it goes back. Wait, what? Okay, so I guess this... Why one only? I put two. Uh-huh. I really don't fucking know. Is this open now? Nope. Ooh, again. So do I have to like okay. Maybe I use this to open the door. Yeah. No, I didn't. What do you mean I trapped myself? I opened the door. What are you talking about? I didn't trap myself. I'm free, see? Or am I? No, is there a specific way to play this game? That would suck a bit if I didn't. Let's go here and up here, I think, yeah. Now let's go back. Maybe I needed a explosive crate somewhere. This door. I don't know. It's not well explained. Okay. Green crates and pink crates. I can't get out, and missing textures too. Okay, I think that's where I have to go out. Okay. Plenty more crates. And yeah, a truck. What do we have back here? Can't stop me from knowing what is behind here. Ah shit, you can. You actually can. Can I get in the pack? No, there are blue crates. Can I break blue crates? No, I can't. Do I need a red crate to break the blue crates? What about the green ones? What does it mean? I guess maybe I have to drop them in this. Oh, yeah, it seems to be working here. Seems. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, come on. The fuck? Okay. I don't know. Okay, I think I have to throw the green ones in here. Maybe. But yeah, did I need more red ones? And what about those pink ones? I seem to need 2 of them. Oh shit, fuck. Then for this one? Yep, fuck. And I'm back here. Wait. Yeah. Oh, so I'm actually fucked. Okay, what about this door? It's locked? It's locked. Fuck. Okay, let's get back here. And maybe somewhere here there's a purple one? Pink one? Oh, there's a blue one again. Maybe? Nope. Might actually be fucked. Or maybe I have to mix a blue one and a red one to make a pink one? I don't know. Why did it say A disabled? Are there supposed to be AIs? This okay. And I'm here. And I can enable the conveyor belt. Okay. Don't know what does the conveyor belt do. Okay. Wait, what about here? Is there anything here? Nope. Oh, there was a ladder somewhere here. Okay. Maybe I just need 2 random crates. I'll try this out. Won't be any. Let's try this out. A bit stuck. So do this and this. Don't do anything. And I can't carry the blue ones. Yes, it seems. Oh, I see. Can automate it. Oh shit. Okay. This thing don't know what are the purple ones. Okay. What is? Oh, I see. all get stuck, of course. Yeah. A little technique to make conveyor belts, at least I use in Unity for a project. It's to make the object move by the physics engine. So you make a rigid body dot position, and then you move it a little bit by the amount of you want to move it. And then you make a game object transform that position and you move it back, and makes it so the physics move it, but then it's object move back, but it's not the physics, so whatever is on top of it will just simply not move back. So it always moves forward, and you don't see anything. You don't see the object jittering like this, whatever. And yeah, it works really well, and it's the most accurate way to make a conveyor belt. And of course you need to make a scrolling texture shader underneath the object. But if you can easily, if you know the size of your texture in the environment, so if your UVs are mapped from 0 to 1 at the same at a 0 to 1 unit in your game, and you make it scroll at the same speed as the conveyor belt, it should work seamlessly. Oh, there's something behind. Okay, I definitely did fuck myself. So you have to keep the red crates. Maybe that's what the number 1 was for. It was just 1 crate was necessary. The solution for that would have been to break the machine. So like you put the crate in the machine, it will break the crate, explode the wall, but it also breaks the machine. You make little sparks and stuff, and then you know that you have to continue without using the machine, and you get the pistol and you know that you can explode the stuff in the distance. Maybe there's stuff over here. Isn't right here. Just goes here and there's nothing else. I think I see now what I have to do. Fucked up. So I'll have to restart the game. It really doesn't like this turn. Yep, and I have to remember to lift the conveyor belt first and then. Come on. Fucking hell. coming through. Okay, it stopped. Okay, so maybe I can... Maybe I can save this. Come on. Fuck. No, it pushes back. Okay. Like this. No. Yeah, it's a way too tight turn here. Should have rounded the corner or something. And it doesn't work here either. Yeah, physics sucks. It's also way too fast for the rear belt. The crate should move this fast, otherwise it just keeps pushing against one another and... Okay, let's restart everything and keep the red crates. Ah, my eyes! Ah, shit. Ah, and I blow my nose first. Ah, shit. I love winter, but only when I'm inside with a nice cup of hot chocolate or hot tea in a blanket near the fireplace. Just snow outside is nice. Cold outside, or if I'm warm, it's nice. I don't like being cold. I don't like being sick. So let's keep most of the crates. You. Okay, I see what you did here. Oh, I can still take it if I hit it once. So let's do something like this, back, like, I don't know, make a staircase here, like this. Also, I've teased on Blue Sky and Twitter that I was working on something Half-Life related. I'm just gonna say it here because I doubt that there is anyone watching this stream or replay or whatever. So yeah, I'm working on making... I don't know if I can really make it. But not that I can't do it, like that I'm not able. It's more like if you watch the not Blade Runner, the Cyberpunk Edge Runner anime, you see the opening. I think it's really cool. It's I like it. The music is really good. I've been listening to it for a while now, and yeah, I was thinking, yeah, why not making something like, what if there was a Half-Life anime and just stealing the opening of Cyberpunk Edge Runner and put Gordon Freeman in it, and I don't know, I just want to do it, just because I want to. And so I'm trying to remake the Gordon Freeman model.
Sorry about that, Kenneth. We knocked out the power while we were trying to access the PA system. We received intel that some of the crates in this building are filled with explosives. If you hit these crates with your crowbar, you will certainly die. Remember,
Yeah, I'm trying to make the Gordon Freeman model in a more stylized way. Okay, maybe close to anime. I'm working on Blender, so it's all 3D. Because I'm mostly a 3D artist. But yeah. The only thing that I wonder if I can really do it is, can I use the music? The same music, This Fire by Frank Ferdinand. And can I use it on YouTube? Okay, I don't plan to make it to make money out of it. I literally can't really make money out of my videos. For now, I think you need 1,000 subscribers or something. I don't understand how it works. I don't plan to. I just want to make it as a tribute to both Cyberpunk Edge Runner and Half-Life. Because I want to, and it would look nice on my portfolio, I guess. And yeah, can I use the music? That's what I wonder. Because I really don't want my channel to be striked and stuff, just because I use the music just for non-profit and stuff. I don't know how it works. That's annoying. Otherwise I will have to find another way. I was thinking, because I'm making something quite different, the idea came from just making an opening similar to, well, literally copying the opening of Cyberpunk Edge Runner. But I've started watching Arcade Season 2, and like, this art style is really good. I don't think I'm gonna make the exact same art style, but I don't think I make the exact same art style as Cyberpunk Edge Runner, as an anime, at least. I like the opening, but because I'm taking a lot of creative liberties, maybe I can something actually quite different. But yeah, I really wanted to use the music because it's really cool. I like it, but copyright and stuff, it's I know why it is there, of course. And, people that are shitting on artists for having copyrights and having just rights over their own work, like leave artists alone. They are fucking. I'm saying artists. I am one, so yeah, just leave us alone. Like we are working for ourselves mostly, and like we do stuff for us, and we don't want it to be stolen or used ways we don't want to. So just don't take our style, don't modify it if you're not allowed. Just credit us also if you just plan on reposting arts. I really don't see the point of it if you're not even advertising the accounts. So yeah, just fuck people that steal art. And also fuck people that use AI to fix artist artworks. That really sucks. It's really mean. And AI sucks. It's AI generated stuff just sucks. It shouldn't be this used like this. It shouldn't exist at all actually. Maybe I should have broke the scripts first. Whatever. Okay, I'm here now. There's no way to come in. There are sparks, I can see.
Fine. Return to the safe zone for extraction and debriefing.
What? I didn't understand what you said. Dude, change your mic. I'm seeing this as I have I don't know if my mic is shitty or not. Don't even know what it is. Okay, let me see. Mars Gaming. It's Mars Gaming, but I don't know if it's good or not. It seems good enough. I'm using the NVIDIA broadcast to reduce the noise. Because my microphone is right next to my computer. That makes a bit of noise. But you can't hear it thanks to NVIDIA broadcast. Which is a good use of AI, because it's not generating anything, it's just fixing my shitty audio. So it's really annoying that I can't move the settings independently, both echo or something and noise cancellation. Maybe I should have kept the crates to bring back up. Oh fuck. I don't think there's anything else. Need to gather the red crates. I need to get in this room first, the other room behind. oh wait, I can just go here. Then this. Put the conveyor belt, yay! Now. This and this. I don't know if I should throw the normal crates into those things. I don't know what it's called. What it is called. Ugh. Yeah, these are way too fast. They'll come back anyway. Let's try. Save. Okay. Okay, so it does break normally. Alright. No other weird stuff hidden somewhere? Nope. Right behind this. Do this. Can I get access to the red crates? Which I need one behind. Break the blue one. Did I get? Yeah, I did get pistol. Don't. It's not clean the crate. Ah, shit, fuck. Yeah, here is good. I can blow this up first. Let's, I don't know, keep the normal ones. Ah shit, my eyes. Ah shit, my nose. So, what do we have here? Green crates. And a gold one. Okay. Do I have to just break it like this, or I don't? Do I have to keep it? Do I have to put both yellow crates on the thing? I don't know. Now send it. Oops, that they don't get stuck, guys. Gonna just also, yesterday, I don't remember why, but we were looking at, with my father and my brother, at a place that we've been to almost, the surrounding at least, we're on Google Maps, and there are canals around the Rhône, in France, in the Rhône-Alpes region. That's almost where I live. And and yeah, there were canals, and I was like, damn, if there was airboat stuff available nearby, I would really love to ride an airboat on those canals. Stupid, but it would be funny. And I was also thinking, hey, what if I made a game that is just the water hazard section of Half-Life 2, but without the hazard stuff? Just a airboat simulator or something. Wait, did I create? Okay. So let's try this one too, because why not?
Fantastic.
Okay, now let's bring a red one over here. Bring it over here. I need another blue one here. Hey. Nope, you stay here. You come with me. Was there another one? I think that's all. Okay. Another annoying thing of the anniversary update is that they didn't fix the flashlight that uses the auxiliary power of the... I haven't played the episode 2 in here yet, but I'm sure that they kept the flashlight battery being in the corner here, right? Well, I don't know where it was, but then if they combine every Half-Life 2 games in one, why didn't they just put the flashlight battery over here, or I don't know, as a separate thing? Like, why? Let's go here, I guess. Okay. It's quite funny, too many crates. You have to just clean every crate. Oh no, it's another cleaning simulator. Oh shit, it will come back. As they say, yeah, it comes back. I think that's every green crate. I think. Let's take one of these. Fuck off. And let's not lose it. Okay. Shit. Whatever. So you here. Boom boom. Oh, there's one. one. Oh, there's also another part of the level I haven't explored yet, and it's full of so I can't access this, but I can go here, and here is the need of a red crate, and I can't get in here. Wait, it's not here anymore? Oh yes, it is. Just disappear for some reason. Oh. Oh. Okay, I see how it is. Okay. Hi lol. Lol hi. Okay. Is there any secrets or whatever? Okay. There seems to be anything particular. Okay. Have to remember to come back here. So, wait. You. There's blast doors. I don't know how to deal with them. You go here and you go boom boom. There are more levels. Okay. Two levels. Let's see. Okay. Experimental crate lab, mental rat lab. You're taking med kit. He's fine. So let's not. Okay, stairs, nice. Fuck. Come on. Another one. Another one. Oh, another green crate, another gold crate. Okay. Alright. Let's go upstairs. Let's finish exploring this floor first. Okay, another exploding crate. Okay. 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 Hmm. Okay, let's go to the second floor. Another green crate, another blue crate. Shit. Ah. Don't see what is this all about. Okay. And the elevator. And more crates. But why? What about this elevator? Oh. Ouch. Fuck. Oh shit. Nope, you stay open. Ah shit, fucking shit. Ah, come on. Okay. You stay big open. Okay. What about you? Alright. So... Back off. Hey, what the fuck?
Fracture detected.
Major?
Medical systems engaged.
Did they break my ankle or what? Guess I don't have much of a choice to start breaking the crates. Mining Minecraft be like. Okay, that's it. No secret elevator room or something. Guess I have to grab an explosive one somewhere. What if... Okay. So, a red one. Two red ones. Wait. It's two red ones? Let's take one for now. Hey. Okay. Wait.
I just wanted to run a successful crate factory. Why did it have to come to this?
Why did I get a crossbow?
I just wanted to run a successful crate factory. Why did it have to come to this?
Hey. Nope, I can't. Oh. Fucking hell. Okay. Yep. Is there a more linear story for Half-Life 2? Cause this is fun, but I'm not in the mood to do that. I actually not in the mood to play more play games, I guess. But if I just do why do I need a crossbow? I guess for those. Please. It takes so long to just reload. It doesn't break fast enough with What do you mean ammunition depleted? What is this? Oh. How did I miss this well? Did I miss one? Ooh, oh.
Fantastic.
Okay. Okay, I think that's it for here. There was also... it's in the floor underneath, first floor. Okay. Here. Ah, fuck. Fucking. Let's bring them over first. Open the door. Throw them in. Fuck. Fucking hell. I don't think I need more. Wait, what? I need to select my crossbow. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, no, it doesn't, so I have to break it here. Still, how do I cross the toxic stuff? Here. There are blue crates over here. I think I saw blue crates. They saved. And I come back out and I die. Okay. Oh shit, and it worked. Okay. So I need a special crate. Which one though? Disabled. I don't know why it says this. The blue ones, the red ones. Oh! These ones and this. Well, it's not attacking me because the eye is disabled for some reason. Wait a minute. Did I see? Hey! Okay.
These light blue crates are zero gravity shipping crates. Touch them once to pick them up. Let go and they will stay where you put them regardless of gravity. Touch them again to enable gravity. They can only be broken by explosives and high impact projectiles.
Okay. Okay. Just noticed that the ceiling is metal walls of portal. Okay, so I do something like this, and then something like this. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Now I can break the red ones here because they are burning, and this is good. Okay. Now with this I can complete the bridge. Oh, oh. Oh, shit, fuck. Okay. Okay, see how it is. Fuck. What am I doing? It's... Yeah, I have to finish the bridge first. No, why? Ah, fuck. Wait. Why are they already here? Fuck. That's too big. Okay. Here. The one here. Take this one. I do this. Now I can this.
Orange crates will spontaneously burst into flames when brought in contact with each other. They can only be destroyed by submerging them in acid.
I see. Okay. Yeah, it's really annoying because you have to not fuck anything up. Very fun. And two. That's them side. I hope I didn't fuck myself. Like coming down here. Oh no, I didn't. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's okay. Oh, ouch. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, oh, what's this? Why did you put those crates down here and not... Don't get it. Up here, I mean. So do I just okay, and now I just climb back up. Is that what you mean? Oh shit. Aye. Fuck. Fuck. Come on. Shit. Ah, fuck. How am I supposed to... Fuck. We have to press E quickly, and it doesn't work. Am I stuck? I think they explode, right? Yep, a broke a crate, and now you've trapped yourself in a stuff to death. Okay. So I just reload the save. And okay, so I'm here. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, I think it's fun, but I'll play it another time. I don't know if it will be in stream or not. There was something in the workshop that looked really nice. Can I find it? It was a campaign. How many maps are there that are called something phobia? Wait, what was it? It has the environment of episode 2, this one, Highwire. I don't know, it just looks nice, so I like this kind of environment. Interesting. It's really well made. We have to get to Alex. I'm here. Yeah, I really love this kind of environment. Well, this looks... But yeah, so far very interesting. Apparently might be or not responsible for this guy's death. Okay. Is there anything else to do up here? Does it do the thing again? Yeah, it does. Alright, I guess I just... Oh, great. And all I have is quality gun, pistol and crowbar. Okay. Should I have to blow my nose again. Holy fuck. Make a good buoy for a very few seconds, that's nice. Ooh. Okay, oh, okay. Of course not. I think they saw me. One is taking the... Nope. This one didn't see me, apparently. No, he did. Oh, fuck! Why did I do this? Okay. It's your mine. Ouch. Fuck. I know it's a flare. Drops. Can shoot through. Yes. Alright. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Ooh. Okay. Have I missed anything on the way? Nope, I don't think. Okay. I don't think there will be any enemies coming this way. I won't press this button yet. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I guess I have to press the button. Holy shit! Okay, no one's coming. shit. Oh, fuck off. Oh, shit. Dang. Oh, fuck. Takes a lot of time to load the death. Yes. Okay. Wait, this is it? I was expecting it to be a bit longer. Oh shit. Fuck. Ouch.
Medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
Yeah, that's all. Can see some kind of playground behind. They wouldn't be giving me health and armor right now if it's Oh. Oh, I see. Hey, it's not dead. Oh shit, I forgot about the... That was just the first wave. Maybe the end then? Okay, guess. Oh, I see what's going to happen now. Oh yeah, of course it breaks. Let's see what's going to happen. Yep. Ah, fuck. Oh, shit, that's not good. Fuck. Idiot. Where's battery pack? Just gonna use this. Ah shit. Fuck. Break the glass. Okay. Ouch. Yes. Huh. That's funny. I needed a bit of screen shake at the end.
Are you okay?
Gordon. Hey. No, I'm not, Alex. I just crashed in front of you.
Sorry, Gordon.
Okay. Guess we going to the car.
Shall we go?
Yep, let's go, baby. How did she end up here and I whatever? Yeah. That's nice. It was nice. Hey, how are you? Ah, hello, I'm a Cornet. I didn't see you sending a message. I'm good, yes. Beside, I know that is completely cool. Portal maps. Of course, I guess. A lot of what was this? Expedition, whatever. Doom maps, huh? Are those the actual Doom maps? No, of course it doesn't show. Oh yeah, you can't even see on the stream. Shell Construct Classic, Vertigo mode. What time is it? It's been 3 hours that I'm streaming. I think I'm just gonna stop for today. I don't know what I'm gonna be streaming and when. But yeah. Maybe I stream some horror games or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to Minecraft. I have doubts about this. But yeah, we'll look out for oh, it's weird, the sound doesn't always happen, so I didn't see your messages. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop streaming. kinda tired and very sick right now, so... Can you add me on Discord? No, I don't add people that I don't know on Discord. Sorry. Resident Evil. That's nice. Maybe, maybe not, and if I do, I'll do it myself, because I just can, and I want to, so yeah. And if it's for selling me another I'm tired of those fucking advertisements. So no, I don't need help on this for anything. Anyway, thanks for watching if you're watching this on YouTube, and thanks for following or whatever. I'm too tired for this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stuff. Links for following me on the socials in the description. There's Blue Sky, there's Twitter. And you can see when I'm gonna stream, well, when I'm starting to stream, so yeah. Anyway, thanks and bye. Happy anniversary Half-Life 2.